On January 5th of this year, a plane was going from Portland, Oregon to Ontario, California. This flight was number 1282, and it was a Boeing 737 MAX 9. A few minutes into the flight, the door plug for the fuselage in the plane came loose, and the door flew off of the plane in midair. This caused the cabin to depressurize, and it exposed the passengers to open air thousands of feet from the ground. A lot of them sent what they believed would be their last text message to their loved ones. One of them even texted something to the effect of, "Mom, our cabin depressurized, and I just wanted you to know I love you." Thankfully, the plane was able to turn around very quickly and land back in Portland. However, now 3 of those passengers are suing Boeing and Alaska Airlines for $1 billion in damages. 2 of them are Californian, and one of them is a Washingtonian. They are suing both of these companies for alleged injuries, such as, quote, intense fear, distress, anxiety, trauma, and physical pain, end quote. They are accusing both of these companies for negligence for allegedly ignoring warning signs within the airplane. The lawsuit also alleges that Boeing delivered a plane to Alaska Airlines that had the faulty door plug. The airplane was deemed unfit to fly over the ocean because it was set to fly to Hawaii, but however, they allowed it to fly over land, which is why they allowed the pilots to take off from Portland going towards Ontario. On an ABC News interview on January 7th, the chair of NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board, named Jennifer Homnady, said that Alaskan pilots had reported a pressurization alert on that very plane 3 times in between December 7th of the previous year and January 4th of this year. But it had been determined that the signs were benign. Under the Washington Product Liability Act, the lawsuit alleges that the plane was unreasonably dangerous and defective. Alaska Airlines immediately grounded all planes of the same type, the MAX 9s, and the investigation remains ongoing to this point by the NTSB. Thankfully, nobody was actually injured in this incident, besides minor things like whiplash. However, it has caused a lot of trouble for these companies. Because of what happened, both Alaska Airlines and Boeing have to regain the trust of their customers. People who used to trust Alaska and Boeing are now very cautious of flying with them because of what happened. I know personally, I was set to fly out of Portland, Oregon the day after this occurred, and it freaked me out a lot, and I was scared myself. But I know that Boeing and Alaska are being even more attentive to make sure that everything is safe because of what happened. Now they are extra vigilant to make sure that everything is safe and secure for the people flying with them. With a loss of trust like this, it is imperative that both of these companies ensure the safety of their customers. Safety and customer service must be at their forefront, utmost priority right now. And along with a lot of fear that people have experienced, a lot of them also were angry, hence 3 people giving them the lawsuit. That is why it is very imperative that Alaska Airlines and Boeing now take care of those whom were affected in this incident.
After the TikTok video was posted on January 5th, Alaska Airlines released a holding statement on January 6th, just within 24 hours of the first news of the incident. The holding statement was posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. Afterwards, Alaska Airlines continued to post on their website and X to keep customers and stakeholders informed. 2 weeks after the incident, an apology video was released. Alaska Airlines did not specifically state they were at fault, however, they did accept responsibility. For example, as the CEO stated, quote, "When you make plans, you put your trust in us, and we haven't been able to deliver." In addition to this apology, the CEO of Alaska Airlines also thanked the crew confirmed the airline's commitment to safety, and laid out a plan for the plane's investigations and how Alaska Airlines will help customers who are affected by this incident. The process Alaska Airlines took began by grounding all 737 Boeing MAX 9 planes. And in that process, they canceled all of the flights and attempted to rework them into other flights. In addition to those on Flight 1282, according to Aerotime, Alaska Airlines compensated those passengers with $1,500 and counseling to help them recover from the grief and other issues they might have found with this incident. Then they inspected the planes, first with their own technicians, and then they worked with the National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA to ensure that they were safe. Then they attempted to contact Boeing, and they eventually did get Boeing. And then Boeing contacted their supplier to see what they can fix. Lastly, an investigation opened on March 9th by the Department of Justice. Alaska Airlines, Boeing, the suppliers, the FAA, and the National Transportation Safety Board are all working together to investigate this issue to prevent it from ever happening again.
We sincerely apologize for the distress and inconvenience caused by the incident involving the door of one of our aircrafts. We understand the seriousness of the situation and the impact it had on our travel experience. Your safety and well-being is top priorities. We take full responsibility for the unfortunate incident. Alaska Airlines. We are aware of the issue that occurred with Flight 1282 out of Portland, Oregon. In January 5th, our team is currently assessing the situation to figure out exactly why this happened. The well-being of our customers and staff is our foremost concern. Further updates will be provided as soon as possible. We appreciate your patience and understanding. Our technicians found out that the blowout was caused by faulty hardware and loose screws. We are currently communicating these issues with Boeing, the FAA, and the National Transportation Safety Board to those on Flight 1282 Alaska Airlines. We'll be granting passengers compensation for the grief caused by the stressful situation. To avoid the risk of another incident, we will be grounding all Boeing 737 MAX 9 airplanes for inspection. Because these airplanes make up 20% of our fleet, we will do our best to get those scheduled customers on flights. The problem of an Alaska Airlines door flying off could be handled differently by implementing more rigorous maintenance checks and procedures, conducting regular inspections using advanced technologies like drones for detailed assessments, and investigating an improved door design and manufacturing process to ensure durability, safety, and additionally enhanced training programs for staff involved. What we feel needs to be done differently, the fact that TikTok got to post more information about what took place, and the media usually takes stuff and turns it out of proportion. People tend to add their opinions on things, and they didn't have enough information about what really happened. So we need to next time get more out sooner, quickly, more information, and to really warn everybody and let everybody know. But we thank you all. That's it.